words, phrases, clauses, sentences, and paragraphs. In this module, you'll learn about the different terms used to describe the organization of words in the English language. Do you know what's the difference between a phrase and a clause? Or what is the difference between words and phrases? Or a sentence and a paragraph? We need to know the difference because these terms are used in the organization of words in the English language. You may be asked to find a phrase in the passage. So, if you don't know what a phrase is, it would be an impossible task. If you look at the pyramid chart, you'll see that words are placed at the bottom of the pyramid. On the other hand, paragraphs are placed at the top of the pyramid. This is how words are ordered in the English language. When you have one or two words, it's called words, and they refer to specific words or a group of words. For example, teacher and taught. In case of phrases, they occupy the second level in the pyramid, hence they're larger than the individual words, but are smaller than sentences. For example, an outstanding teacher or scolded the naughty student. Interestingly, clauses can be of the same length as phrases, but the only thing that differentiates a clause from a phrase is that a clause will always have a subject and a verb. Examples of clauses are, he asked Miss Lee politely, or so he went home after school. Words, phrases and clauses do not require specific punctuation, but for sentences and paragraphs, punctuation is very important. A sentence is something you're familiar with. Sentences are larger than clauses and phrases and are punctuated by a capital letter in front and end with a full stop, question mark, or exclamation mark. For example, he asked Miss Lee politely, so he went home after school. Or, she was an outstanding teacher who scolded the naughty students when they misbehaved. Higher up in the organization is the paragraph. That's the largest group and consists of sentences that are related to one another on a certain topic. It has its own punctuation. A paragraph is likely to be indented with about 2 fingers spacing from the margin, and it'll have a capital letter starting the sentence and the paragraph. The paragraph will also have an ending punctuation mark, as in the case of a sentence. For example, Miss Lee was my favorite teacher. She was an outstanding teacher who scolded the naughty students when they misbehaved. At the same time, she did not practice favoritism. There was a mischievous and naughty student named Eric who frequently disrupted lessons. One day, he fell sick after recess and was scared to ask permission to leave. He asked Miss Lee politely, so he went home after school, even though he was supposed to stay for detention. So Miss Lee was a fair and just teacher. Of course, you'll later come across compositions, letters and essays, but these are other forms of writing. So, this is how the English language is structured. Let's recall what we've learned. Different lengths of words can be classified into specific groups. Phrases are almost like clauses, except that clauses must have both subject and a verb. Sentences and paragraphs have proper punctuation of capitalizing the first word and indicating the end by a full stop, question mark, or exclamation mark.